The man pulled out a key ring and dropped it through the gap in the stairwell. A second later, the keys somehow fell from above, crashing at his feet with a bang and startling all three of them. They peered up through the opening, but nothing looked out of place. Convinced someone was messing with him, the man charged upstairs to confront whoever was behind it. At the landing, he stopped short. The sign for 10 had lost its 0 and now read 1. He stormed back to the 9th floor, certain this was no accident. Someone was trying to scare him and play mind games. He drew his pistol and aimed it at the thief, demanding to know if there was an accomplice in the building, ready to help them escape. The thief looked genuinely baffled, as if he assumed his younger brother had arranged something. But the younger brother was trembling with fear, clearly not in control of anything. Realizing neither of them knew what was happening, the man ordered them to wait and headed down to call for backup from his car. On the 8th floor, the corridor door was shut. It wasn't locked, but it wouldn't move an inch like it had been welded into place, sealed tight without so much as a crack. A sinking feeling hit him, and he sprinted downward, only to find the doors on the lower floors sealed the same way. No matter how hard he banged or shouted, there was nothing, no footsteps, no voices, like the whole building had emptied out. He staggered to the 1st floor and kicked the door until he was spent, but it still wouldn't give. Panicking, he kept running down without even noticing the floor signs, until he suddenly saw the two brothers again. That's when it clicked. He'd looped right back to the 9th floor.
No, esto no puede estar pasando. Eso no puede estar pasando. Esto no es posible, güey. Es el shock de la bala, ¿verdad? Es el shock de la bala.
The brothers were just as shaken. They watched him run upward, only for him to show up again from below, stepping out from the 8th floor and returning to the 9th. There was no denying it now. The stairwell was a closed loop. Up or down, they always ended up back at the same point. And things were getting worse. During the chase, the thief had been shot in the leg, and without a hospital or any medicine, he could only huddle on the steps, groaning in pain. To save him, the man smashed open a vending machine with a fire extinguisher, rinsed the wound with bottled water, and tore off his suit jacket to bandage it until the bleeding slowed. When he checked the time, more than 4.5 hours had passed since they'd gotten trapped. Exhausted, he wiped the sweat from his face and tried to reassure the younger brother. Once the police noticed he was missing, they'd come looking. With food and water in the vending machine, all they had to do was hold out. But they waited 20 hours and no one came. Then the man noticed something that made his blood run cold. The vending machine had reset. Everything they'd taken had been restocked, as if time itself were rewinding, shattering his understanding of reality. Worse still, without proper treatment, the thief's wound worsened until he died in his brother's arms. The younger brother broke down, shoved the man into the wall, and ripped the pistol from his waistband to avenge his brother. The situation turned lethal in seconds. Yet in the face of this nightmare, the man didn't look scared at all. He simply